I am considering egalitarianism. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'll double check that. The belief that reproduction is not beneficial. I think there should be a marital license, and this marital license should go off a list of certain genetic traits. So if the mother and father do not have good genetic quality, they should not be allowed to reproduce. Now, I'm not advocating for castration, but what I am advocating for is forced adherence to laws that demand and limit and restrict reproduction based on genetic quality. Some parents should not be allowed to reproduce. Let them use a condom, whatever. But as for reproduction, absolutely not. You see, when parents are allowed to reproduce, they produce what can never reproduce. If you know, and this is the problem with the inkwell, and in rare cases, the femcell. The parents were ugly, or at least strikingly average. And so they think it's wise to get together and do the birds and the bees. And then when their child grows up and when they fail to raise their child properly, because in the West, women are strong and independent and men are supposed to be men, yet the man leaves to go buy milk and then the mother can't handle the kid or kids, and then she dopes that kid up on modern remedies. And meanwhile, the narrative of feminism continually tells women and people in general that they are strong and independent, yet they are not strong enough to raise young men into mature men. So, yeah, forced egalitarianism. I can't even pronounce it right, but I'll get it. I'll look it back up. But yeah, laws need to be in order. Okay, I'm gonna say it again, to prevent some parents from ever having the possibility of reproduction. Prevent them. Stop them. Because as long as parents continue to select mates that do not have good genetic quality, the inkwell and in rare cases the femcell will continue to be an issue. And as long as they exist, the prisons, the psychiatrists, the therapists, the doctors, the counselors, and even the courts will continue to benefit off of these people, and so will the media. And they will continue to lie about why they suffer, why we suffer. Now, of course, what I'm saying is wishful thinking, because trust me, that's never going to happen. Because even doing that, you'd have to acknowledge that society is devoid of morality. If you make laws where certain people cannot reproduce because of what they look like, then society no longer has the stance of morality. It has no peg to stand on. And that peg or pegs comes crumbling down. Social reformation or genetic enhancement will never be a thing either. It needs to be. If you could put out fucking tanning beds and everyone lines up and gets in a tanning bed and it alters their cells and their bone structure so they become good looking, then equality would only be increased. But nature has not decreed for us to be equals. But if you could alter the physiological state of an individual and make them better looking, equality would increase. Of course, there would still be mogging, what's called mogging, man against man, but everybody could be good looking. Won't happen. Because the purpose of government and society isn't to benefit everybody individually, but collectively, the virtue remains on people, sure, but individually, absolutely not. Society is a cancer. It's a disease. It's ridden with delusions and stupidity. And it will never get better.